Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, honorable judge, and all who seek justice in this sacred courtroom. Today, we stand in this hallowed hall of justice, where truth is our only weapon, and the scales must balance without favor or fear. I address you not as a mere narrator of events, but as the voice of righteousness, presenting the undeniable evidence in the case of the state of Florida versus Ashley Britt MacArthur. Look upon the exhibits before you, members of the jury. Imagine the weight of betrayal, the chill of calculated deception, and the profound tragedy of a life extinguished for greed. Justice demands we examine every shadow, every lie, every heartbreaking detail. Morality cries out for accountability when trust is shattered in the most unforgivable way. In this courtroom, we confront the darkness that can hide behind a smile, behind friendship, behind vows of loyalty. We must delve into the human soul's capacity for evil, even in those we believe we know best. This is not just a trial. It is a reckoning with the fragility of life and the sanctity of truth. Let us begin with solemn hearts, presenting the evidence that reveals a story of friendship turned fatal, of trust buried beneath lies and concrete. Members of the jury, cast your eyes upon these photographs. Here is Taylor Wright, bright, resilient, fiercely independent. A former police officer who transitioned into a private investigator in Pensacola, Florida. She was not just smart. She was driven, carving her own path in a world that often tries to confine women. Taylor had served in law enforcement, knowing the risks, understanding danger. Yet behind her confident exterior lay a woman navigating profound life changes. A messy divorce from her ex-husband Jeff Wright, a fierce custody battle over her young son, and mounting financial pressures. She trusted fewer people as these storms raged, keeping her circle tight. She had recently moved in with her girlfriend, Cassandra Waller, hoping for a new chapter filled with love and stability. Taylor was a mother, a fighter, a woman who wore an iconic bullet necklace, a symbol of her strength, perhaps, or her proximity to danger in her line of work. She was never seen without it. And here, members of the jury, is Ashley Britt MacArthur, once a respected crime scene technician with the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, trained in the very art of uncovering evidence, preserving scenes, and aiding justice. She had a background that should have made her an ally to truth, not its enemy. Ashley presented herself as a friend, a confidant, but beneath that facade lurked financial desperation, a history of deception, and a capacity for cold calculation. Ashley came from a family with a local business, yet she had been skimming money, leading to separate convictions for racketeering and organized fraud. She was intelligent, holding advanced education, married to Zachary MacArthur, a man who believed in her goodness. These two women were close friends for about a year. Taylor trusted Ashley deeply, so deeply that, amid her divorce chaos, she withdrew funds to protect them from her ex-husband and entrusted $34,000 to Ashley for safekeeping. Imagine that trust, jury members. Imagine handing over your security to a friend trained in forensics, believing she would guard it as her own. On September 8th, 2017, Taylor Wright spent the day with Ashley MacArthur. She was last seen alive with her. Taylor missed dinner plans, sent text to her girlfriend Cassandra that she needed space, text that felt cold, robotic, not like the vibrant Taylor at all. This was not like her. Taylor did not flake. She did not vanish during a custody battle where dropping off the grid could be disastrous. Cassandra knew something was wrong. Panic set in as days passed with no word, no sightings, no digital trail. Investigators turned to Ashley, the last person with Taylor. Ashley appeared calm, collected, almost rehearsed in questioning. She claimed Taylor needed space, that it wasn't the first time she disappeared briefly. She said Taylor left her house with $34,000 in cash, withdrawn to hide from her ex. Ashley described spending the afternoon horseback riding at a family property. That Taylor was distant, drinking beer since morning, irritated about her court case and ex-husband, but not depressed or angry. Ashley said Taylor wanted to be alone, left to grab a beer, and ghosted everyone. Plausible? Perhaps on the surface. But look closer, members of the jury. Police checked Uber and taxi records. Nothing. No ride taken. Taylor's phone never left the area. Cell tower data revealed pings not near bars or stores, but near the MacArthur family farm. Minutes after Ashley left the station, searchers uncovered horror on that farm. Skeletal remains in a shallow grave, covered with concrete, potting soil, and cinder blocks, a concealment method only someone with forensic knowledge would employ. Among the remains, Taylor's iconic bullet necklace. Dental records confirmed it. Taylor Wright was no longer missing. She was a homicide victim, shot in the back of the head. Imagine the silence in that moment of discovery, jury members. The betrayal. A friend, trained to protect scenes, using that knowledge to hide one. Ashley knew investigations. She knew what to clean, erase, say, but evidence betrayed her. Surveillance footage showed her buying concrete and potting soil the day after Taylor vanished. The exact materials covering the grave. Bank records. Taylor's $34,000 deposited into Ashley's joint account, spent lavishly on gifts, trips, a secret lover. Ashley had affairs, financial woes despite her background. In interrogation, Ashley's story shifted. Her phone and Taylor's pinged the same tower, minutes apart. She claimed ignorance, that Taylor had two phones. That text came from Taylor. But the phone was in her possession, pinging hidden locations, even during a wedding she attended. Witnesses testified Ashley spoke openly of drugging Taylor's beer to stage an overdose, saying the world would be better without her, that Taylor was not a good person. But Taylor spat it out. That's when prosecutors argued. Ashley pulled the trigger, premeditated, cold. Zachary MacArthur, Ashley's husband, was interrogated. Shaken but loyal, he insisted his wife was not a killer. I can't see her doing something like that. She's super intelligent. That's sloppy. He refused to believe, even as evidence mounted, timeline, lies, body location. He denied involvement, said he'd run from any help request. In court, watching interrogation videos, his denial broke. In court, Ashley sat composed until videos played, her contradictions unraveling. No physical DNA linked her directly, defense argued. No murder weapon matched exactly. They questioned concrete types, suggested construction explanations. But circumstantial evidence overwhelmed. Motive, money stolen and spent, opportunity, last with Taylor, means forensic knowledge for cover-up, premeditation, witnesses on drugging plan, purchases. Prosecutors. Ashley MacArthur had motive, opportunity. She murdered Taylor Wright and covered it with lies, concrete, potting soil. Verdict: guilty of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm. The judge, without delay, adjudicated guilty, sentenced to life with mandatory minimum 25 years, concurrent with prior fraud sentences. Members of the jury, as we conclude, ponder human nature. How greed can corrupt friendship. How knowledge can be weaponized against justice. Loyalty blinds, but truth illuminates. Taylor's family heals slowly. Her son grows without her. Ashley sits in Lowell Correctional Institution, her appeals denied. No matter how deeply we love, how hard we hope, truth prevails. Was Zachary blind or complicit in denial? The law holds one accountable here. Justice served, but at profound cost. Let this remind us, betrayal's shadow lurks, but light of truth banishes it.